Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, guys, good morning or good afternoon to both of you. Thanks for joining my session. So, I'm happy to teach you about my Amazon FSX for Windows File Server. Rias basically thought about like EFS, which was very nice class, and I'm very happy that I'm a student of Rias. It was a pleasure to join his course, and so as a trainer, he was teaching very well. So as we train, like we get exposure to the companies. However, like let's start with Amazon FSX. So in this case, I'm not going to use my domain, my company domain, because it is a restricted one. So what we can do is we can use the directory service, Amazon directory service. Then we can just configure FSX. So in case of EFS, that is very easy to configure, but in place of Amazon FSX, we need to have a domain. Okay, so to configure your domain, let's start with configuring using Active Directory services of Amazon. I mean, say AWS Directory Services. So basically, this is all about FSX, the infrastructure, how it is simple and fully managed, Windows native, enterprises ready, fast performance, broad accessibilities, and you guys, we can use the FSX using EC2 instance of EC2 Linux instance. You can mount from the Linux as well using this FSX. You can use it for the Mac systems. So basically that you can use it. And see, basically Amazon file system, which is nothing but it's a Windows file server, provides fully managed file storage that is accessible over the industry standard server message protocol. See, we use NFS v4 for our EFS. Same thing, it is uses SMB protocol to access the Amazon FSX file system. Okay, so you can access Amazon FSX from Windows, Linux, or Mac OS compute instance and device running on AWS or on premises. So guys, hope you got it about this, and let's move on to the next. So see, when while configuring the FSX, we have two choice. One is Amazon FSX, and Amazon, like, it has lost rate, so that is used for the high performance workloads. But in our case, we are going to use Amazon FSX, so that one. Okay, so that you can read it here. Makes it easy and co-effective to launch and run popular file systems. With Amazon FSX, you can leverage the rich feature sets and fast performance of widely used open source and commercially licensed file system. Guys, basically, why we use file system? See, for example, in an organization, you have multiple servers, multiple users connected to a servers, but where exactly you'll store the files? Like, for example, I have a common folder called cloud computing, but I want everyone to access that cloud computing. So what I do is I put that cloud computing on a particular storage, so you can access it. For example, Venkatesharlu added one of the file which was important, that can be accessed by the Yuvraj when he launched the EC2. Only thing is you have to mount your devices. That I'm going to see. I'm talking about the mount in the EC2 instances for the Linux, whereas in the Windows, that we call it as map the drive. It is very simple, guys. That I'm going to teach you, and this is what Amazon FSX for Windows file server. And Lastre, I'm not talking about the Lastre because even I'm not sure on that because it's a paid one. Okay, so let's go into the tool where we can go to the sign into the tool. Okay, AWS console, and yeah. So here, see, in order to configure your FSX, first thing is what is required. We need requirement of domain. What is domain? Domain, like, see, for example, you want to join any of the organization. When you got a system, you have to connect to the domain, so you can't work as a work group user. At least you should connect to the server, so that should be connected to the domain. So basically, first we need to, so let's talk about what exactly domain service does in the AWS. Basically, AWS Directory Services provides multiple directory choices for customers who want to use existing Microsoft AD or LDAP. So LDAP, you know, guys, it's a lightweight directory accessible protocol. So basically, what it does, like what we can do is aware applications in the cloud. It also offers the directory service, also offers some choices to developers who need a directory to manage users, groups, and devices and access. For example, when you're in on-premises, for example, Venkatesh to join the organization, what domain admin does or administrator, he will create a user in the on-premises using Active Directory as Venkateshwalu. So to join that, you need to have a domain. For example, Guru Cloud slash Venkateshwalu or Guru Cloud slash Yuvaraj. So followed by the password, whatever we assign. So using that AD ID, you can log into any of the instances. So that's why we use domain. Okay. So basically, the primary benefit of using Amazon Directory Service is that, see, basically the primary, it is implementing AWS Directory Services, is that the organization can now extend AD identities and manage capabilities to AWS resource without the AWS directory services. Both AD and AWS would be sealed to their respective resources and would have to manage separately. So basically, instead of doing on premises, you can go directly launch the EC2 instance, and you can create users and groups, and without any key, you can log in with your credentials. Okay. So that I'm going to teach you now. So first thing is, let's create directory services called domain. So go to directory services. Okay, so here I'm going to select set up a directory, and see, I'm talking about the Microsoft AD. Let's use first one. The second one, what it does means AD connector. For example, AD connector is nothing but it's a interlink. It's, you can call it as a mediator between your on-premises to a cloud. For example, Yuvraj is running an organization where he has 10,000 users or 5,000. Name it as 5,000 users. Okay, so you want to move all these users to cloud AD. Okay, but how to move? And it's very difficult how to move the entire on-premises users to the cloud computing. So by using the AD connector, definitely you can import the users. I mean to say, you can redirecting directory request your existing Microsoft Active Directory without caching any information in the cloud. So so this is what it comes into. So by this, using these services, you can just replicate all of your on-premises users to cloud. Okay, so basically, the large AD connector can support larger organization up to 5,000 users. So you want to learn more, just click on the learn more, and you can use the view cases. So this I'm not going to talk about Amazon. So this is like using this. I'm not going to teach about today's class. Let's do later. So in order to connect your domain, so I'm going to use as AWS managed Microsoft AD. Okay. So guys, in between you can stop me in case if you're not able to grab the things which I'm talking. If I'm going very fast, please let me know so that I can go slowly. I hope Yuvraj and Venkateshlu is able to understand what I'm talking about. Is that real, guy? And unfortunately, Venkateshlu is not able to. Okay. Okay. So basically, let's talk about how to join the domain by using our directory services. Okay. So first thing is go to your console and search for directory services. In order to why we are creating a domain, because FSX without a domain you can't create a Windows file system. Okay, so that's why we have to connect. We have to create domain. Okay, so go to directory services and set up a directory. And I'm going to use AWS managed Microsoft AD. Then click on next and see. As I said, it has two different edition. So let's talk about standard edition, because it is first month is a free cost, and later on it will charges. So you can see in USD, and 1 GB of storage for directory objects. Okay, so I'm going to select this. So enterprises level, as you know that it is like a big organization, like you organization, they can just use standard, enterprise edition. And here, for example, see directory name, it should be the DNS name, and it should be fully qualified domain name. I can't give Guru, no, I have to give, see I've created as AWS Guru. Okay, that is my domain. Okay, see for example, yuvraj.com, venkatesharlu.com, or venkateshnellur.com, or anything you can create. But uh, last it should ends with .com. Okay, and I'm not going to use NetBIOS because that is not like that is not required to use it here, and it will not impact in case if you're not configuring also. So basically, name NetBIOS, the shorter identifier for your domain. If you do not specify NetBIOS name, it will default to the first part of your directory DNS name. Okay, let it be. Let it takes the default name. Um, this is my domain. Okay, so you can describe or not required is an optional. And see guys, see the directory services DNS I've given Guru. So I need to have, see by default whenever you create it, you should provide the password, right? So password I have to select as 8 characters. It depends on you guys, whatever you select the password, just store it somewhere so that it will be useful. Okay, since I'm not using any of the VPC, I'm not using any of the subnet, I'm going to say uh, we have not created any on premises, or you don't have any VPC as of now. So I'm using the default VPC which is already there. Okay, and subnet, for example, see every domain has their own failover, a backup. Okay, child domain. Okay, so what we can do is I'm going to select as my subnet as first South A, and second with let it be on the 1B. Okay, so click next, and this is what my directory of DNS name, and what I've given is good awsguru.com. That is what my domain. And this, see guys, first 30 days is a limited trial, but it will charge huge. That's not an issue since we have to practice. So no problem. So we can just see create. But guys, make sure that when you're creating, maximum it takes 25 minutes. Okay, because it should create everything. Okay, meantime what we can do is, let's create EC2 instances. Basically, I'm going to create a multiple servers, because one I have to maintain as AD managed, where you have to tag your domain. Okay, so first thing is I will launch a instance, so that you can call it as 2012 Okay, so let's talk about Windows. Okay, so what we can do is, so we can select any of this. So I am going to select as base, which is eligible for free, guys, and make sure that you will select which is free. Okay, so let's select this one, and let's select Tito Micro. Click on next, and where you want to use the default one, and use the subnet as 1A, or and enable the, okay, and make it none. Okay, see here, I'm not going to talk about, because let's see, once you create the domain, you can see here itself. Okay, but we need to configure in the EC2 first. So let's not join the domain as of now, but you can see here whatever domain I've created, it's already there. Now, because you need to create a role and all, so we can see later on that part. Okay, so as of now, I'm not selecting the directory. Okay, and just click on add storage. Click on next. So this I'm going to call it as, guys, always make sure that you will call your manage. So AD manage, active directory manage server. Okay, so this is my domain controller, I'm going to say server. Okay, so I will teach about that, don't worry about that, like what, how to join the domain and how to so So this is like AWS created for the directory controllers. Yeah, we can just launch that. Okay, and launch it. And I'm gonna use with the pair, which is my this thing. It's already key pair, and yeah. So this is my AD managed server, and meantime we can launch another server. Um, it's all free, right? So anything you can select, until unless there is no uh, so no preference, let it be no preference for the subnet. So no, click none and storage, click on next, user one, let's use this. It. So guys, as of now, any doubts so far? See, to make your domain, you need to have AD server, right? So that I'm going to show Ibraj. Let's create. Let's let it create the directory service. It takes 20 minutes to 25 minutes. It is creating still. Guys, you can talk also, not an issue, in case if you want to talk. Tell me,
So,
Yuvraj.
yeah, but you are launching two EC2 instance.
See,
Previously, only one second instance only showing. What about the first EC2 instance Windows?
so that I'm making as a domain controller. See, for example, in your organization, okay, you need to have a one server which manages Active Directory users and computers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, every organizations will have two, three. It depends on their infrastructure. See, first thing is, see, I'm just giving additional information about the domain. Okay, so I've created a directory services, and I'm just using my uh, one server as a AD manager. Okay, so AD manager servers I'm talking about, I'm making that system as a domain controller. Okay, in on premises, how you create a users and groups. In AWS also we can create users and groups by using a domain controller inside the EC2 instances. Okay, so when you create, for example, you have created a user by name Venkateshelu, you can log in using the domain without any key pair or something like that. For example, I'm giving an example. In your company, how you log into the system by using your AD ID and password, right? For example, when you start the system, you have joined the domain, so you will name it as AWS Guru or Yuvraj slash your ID. For example, company name IBM. IBM is my domain slash username is Yuvraj. Password followed by your password. So that is where your domain controller comes in picture. Okay. So for example, how you are logging to the system, Yuvraj?
Yeah. Domain name slash username and password.
Same thing I'm going to show you. So, see, first, usually when you launch a EC2 instance, you will log in as a local administrator, right? You will give as a username as administrator and you followed by the junk password, right? So, that is one way. And I'm using the domain and I'm using my domain as my username and password. So, for example, Guru Cloud is my domain name slash my user ID. Okay, so that I will show you. Let it create. It takes some time to create. Okay, so once it creates, I will show you how to. Okay, as of now, you got it right. And meantime,
Yeah, I got it. Right.
we can configure FSX. Okay, so how to configure FSX? Go to services under storage. You can see FSX. Click on that, and okay, let's create a file system and create. So this I'm going to use Amazon EFX for Windows file server. Okay, so let's create that. Meantime, so since domain is getting ready, so in the meantime we can create. File system name, we can call it as AWS FSX. Okay, so single, okay, deployment multiple AZ. See, multiple AZ, you know, right? Multiple AZ, you can select it, and minimum is 32, and maximum is 300. Okay, so maximum is how much you can just select here. You can see here, 65,073 gigabytes. Okay, so okay, so we have selected 32 GB minimum, and I'm not going to select any of the. I'm going to use only the default one. Okay, so you can just use this. Let's see later. So we can add that also. So
Are you creating a separate security group?
yeah. See, when you create your directory server, your domain, it creates a separate security group. So that you have to tag it. That's it.
It will
So
automatically creating that group,
yes,
right?
yes. See, now I can't join the directory because awsguru.com, the domain is still under process. Okay. So let it create and we can check it out. So we can tag that. Okay. So let it connect. See, basically, I will tell you in simple word. In order to use Amazon FSX, you need to have a domain. How to create a domain? You can go to the GoDaddy, Other Daddy, a Big Rock, or something like that. So you can create your own domain in there. Okay, so I'm using directory service. I'm creating a domain so that no need to go and create there. So what I'm doing is I'm using a directory services and I'm creating a domain as a managed AD. Okay, then I will configure a server as a AD server. In that, I will join the domain. From there, I'll activate active users and computers. Then 2 3 servers we can launch it, and we can see if the file is there or not. So file one server, you can create a folder in the FSX file system folder drive. I'm to say you can create there, and if you see in other instance that whatever you created that should be there. That is the concept. You got it?
Yes, Guru, I got it.
So basically, without domain, you can't do FSX. Okay, so that's why we are creating a domain, and we are using a standard domain, which is Microsoft AD, Microsoft Active Directory. Active Directory is nothing but you manage your users and computers. Okay, so your company name slash your first name, last name, that is the company name will be your domain name. Okay, that is called the Microsoft AD. All the users are configured in AD. Okay, Active Directory. Okay, so Active Directory will help you to create users and computers and reset the password. You can launch the EC2 instance by logging your created by the Active Directory. That user you can create. When you're launching the instances, the username is the domain name slash your username followed by password, whatever you prefer. Okay, that we can see in the lab. But for that, you need to have a lot of patience because the Active Directory, the domain, it takes the 20 to 25 minutes so that we can see once it is created. Okay, Venkateshalo, you can't talk. You can join over the call. See, whenever, for example, when you join any Zoom session or any other session, in the left side you can see a dialer in the computer audio or the call in. Just click on that and you enter your mobile number. So it will call to your mobile, and you can talk. Simple. Yuvraj, as of now, any doubt?
You are creating two
I know.
EC2 instance.
Ah.
Okay, first one is AD activity you are creating. Second one, you are not selecting that available zone on a subnet also.
That is fine. That is
Correct?
fine. That is fine.
Now we are launching two EC2 instances, correct? No?
Yeah.
Two Windows EC2 instances.
Yes, man. Yes. See, I'll show you how to see. Basically, I'll create 10 EC2 instance also. So in 10 instance, you need to have you need to connect to that particular server. Okay. So I
But
will.
here not showing that previous EC2 instance. What happened that one?
No, that will not come here because it is a domain controller. It is a domain services. It's not a.
What option you are enabling that domain controller EC2 instance?
That I went to the directory service, right? See, I went to the
Can you show
directory.
that option?
I went to the directory service. I just selected as
Domain join directory. Yeah, that domain
see,
join
for
directory
example,
there, no?
when you're creating RDS instance, whether the instance will
Okay.
come here, no, right? So same thing. You
Yeah.
need the directory services. it takes time 20 to 30 minutes. After that, it will come directly.
Okay, you are selecting after domain join directory. You are drop down and select that directory. No, is correct.
Yes, yes. So it will take 20 minutes to create, right? Once it creates, only we can create. We can just join, right?
Okay, okay, fine.
Let it create. I will show you. I will show you. Don't worry about that.
Okay, okay.
Because a first concept you understand, right? For in order to create, in order to join, in order to access your FSX, you need to have a domain. Well, so to create a domain, what I did is I selected a directory services. So in the directory services, I have selected as a Microsoft AD. Okay, so that AD will take 30 minutes to join. Okay,
Okay.
let it create first, and we can play with that. As of now, you understood, right? So basically you can create n number of servers, but you need to have domain. Okay, I'll show you. Once it connects, right, you'll come to know what exactly we have done, what exactly we have why we have chosen server, and why we have what do you say, why we have selected so many servers. Okay, that you'll come to know. Since this will take time, that's why I've created the instances. Okay, don't worry, we can just do it once this is created. Venkateshalo, have you tried to connect your what do you say, call phone, something like that? You can connect using mobile, man. Go to the mobile, join through the mobile, simple. Anyhow, I'm sharing this lab so that you can just have a look. Basically, I don't want you guys to confuse what is what. Basically, Amazon FSX to use, it is a Windows file server. Okay, to use that storage, you need to have a domain. In case of what do you say, EC2 instances for Linux, it is not required. You have to mount that. That's it. In Windows, you need to have a domain. You need to have a domain to mount, to map the network drive. You need to have a domain. So that domain we have to do it here using the directory service. I'm creating a domain. Later, once the domain is created, I will tag this domain in one of the AD server. From there, okay, I will join the domain. Then we will create the instances. Then we can see how it is working. Okay.
Yeah, okay, good.
See, basically, I will show you. I will show you. So don't worry about that. Let's see. Once this create, only we can see how it is happening. How, what is the background? What is happening? So that it will, you will come to know. So as of now, you got it right. Who is just joined here? Venkateshlo. Venkateshlo. Who is that behind here?
Me only.
Okay. So as of now, you got it. Any doubt, Venkateshlu?
No, sir. It's clear.
So see, basically, I will tell you again. In order to access your FSX, you need to have a domain. Okay, domain is nothing but, as I told you, the directory services. You will use your computer. You will join the computer to domain in your organization. Okay, so by using your domain name slash first name, last name, first name, followed by the password. Okay, so that is what domain account used for. So to create a domain account, I just use the directory services. I'm using my domain as awsguru.com. That is my domain, and it creates a server. It creates, once it creates, let's configure FSX. To configure FSX, you need to have your domain. So I'm waiting for the domain to create. Okay, let it create. And here you can see, see here, Amazon FSX for Windows File System Server provides simple, fully managed, high reliable file storage that accessible over the industry standard server managed message block, that is SMB protocol. So see, if you see here, built on Windows Server, providing full Samba support and wide range of administrative features like user count, data duplications. Okay, provides file storage that accessible from Windows, Linux, Mac OS, integrates with Microsoft AD. Yuvraj, see here, integrates with Microsoft Active Directory to support web-based environments and enterprises. Offer single AZ and multi-AZ deployment, SSD and SD storage, fully managed backups. All file system data is automatically encrypted. You can dynamically scale your file system to fit your storage and throughputs needed. Okay, so in order to configure your FSX, we need to have a domain.
Hello.
Okay, so that I'm going to add it. Once it is active, you can see here. Once it is active, you can select the domain. Okay,
Guru sir.
that
First,
you
first of all, we need to create a Windows FSX. After that only, we are creating the Windows.
yeah, that
First
is
of all, we
fine.
need to create the directories.
No. See, in order to create FSX, you need to have a directory. Directory is nothing but your domain. Okay, so domain, it will take 25 minutes when you create, when you launch the directory service. When you create a domain, it takes 25 minutes. Once it is active, here you can select using FSX. When you're configuring it, you can select the directory.
Okay.
Okay, so once you select the directory, what it does means it gives a path. Okay, that path you need to copy that path, go to your EC2 instance and map that path. Simple, gone. That's it. I will show you that. Let it create. Once it creates, it will be easy for me to explain also. Okay, but unfortunately, this will take time because of the directory service. It is creating a domain, boss. So it takes time, right? Okay, good. It is active now. See, Shivaraj and what do you say, Venkateshalu. Okay, this is what my, okay, see, everything is disabled in, oh, okay, this we can enable it, don't worry. Okay, so next thing is what we can do is I'll go to FSX. Anyhow, it is created, so that create a file system, select FSX and go to next. Okay, I will give as my FSX. Okay, let it be multi-AZ, whatever, no problem. Select minimum is 32 GB. Okay, give it 32 GB. Default, okay, I can add this also, not an issue. And it is already selected. You can choose multiple VPC security groups, not an issue. Okay, here AWS managed directory service, definitely it will show. Now see here, this is
1 minute, please, up the side because the
what?
go top, sir. Go top. Now on stop. Network security. Now the controller is automatically SG. First one you are selecting.
That is controller. It is nothing but your domain controller. Domain directory services. When you create a service, it will automatically create a service group, security group. Okay, I'm just tagging that. You it's your wish. You can tag.
Then also you add that as a default security group also. No?
Yeah, no problem. Nothing will happen. It will not conflict. Let's see. Okay. So I've connected to my domain. You can see my domain is this. I have only one domain, which is Microsoft AD. And let's use default one. You can use ARN also. If you have KMS key ID, I'm not going to use KMS encryption. I'm going to use the default one. And So this you can create a backup. You can by default you can create, see, a retention period is 7 days. Till 7 days the data will be there. So I don't want to go for 30 minutes weekly maintenance, no. And tax is optional. So this you can create, or anything you can do. Just click on next and create file system. Okay, so this is my, it's created the file system as my FSX. Okay, and DNS name. Oh, okay. You need to have a DNS also for this. Uh, okay. Yuvraj, you asked for this, right? Why, where it is that server?
Yeah, it's correct now.
So now I'm going to use this. However, RDP is already enabled. Let's see whether it's enabled or not. I doubt this will work or not. I don't doubt, because I didn't uh, select the DNS name. However, let's see. So this I've downloaded. See, here I'm using this one, right? Okay. I will show you the difference later. See, if you go here, the properties of your system, okay, you can see it is work group, right? Okay, so click on change settings and change here. So here, awsguru.com. It will throw error, 100% it will throw error because we don't have DNS. So Here I need to put the DNS name, but that is where I'm not getting it. However, let's see. Nothing is impossible. Here, DNS name is the problem.
Try server IP address.
Yes, 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 yes.
Server IP is a DNS name.
Yes. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on, guy, come on. It's not throwing an error. It's throwing an error. But usually refresh it. Let's see. Basically, preferred file server IP. This is what. Okay. So what we can do is. Uh, you need to have a DNS entry, okay, in order to connect it. However, we can do one thing. Domain is created, but DNS name how to get?
Check any DNS IP address there, drop down.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one is a file sharing IP address, not for DNS. That IP.
All right. Hmm. This is where, if that you got it, then it is easy. DNS, yes.
Yeah, now it's there.
Let's see, man. Let's see. See, this is also I'm also doing for the first time, guys. I'm going to say I'm not using the domain company domain. So yes.
Oh, you got it. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. So little here and there. Yes, it is connected to our domain. So now this is a domain controller. I'm restarting the server. Very nice, guys. Congrats. So
Okay,
now,
first attempt will be successful.
first attempt is success. Yeah, see, it's always see.
Finally got it.
Finally got it EFX. But let's see now. Basically, domain. I see. Basically, you can make this join this also. Let's see. Once we join, once it reboots, we can see. Okay. So let's see the instance whether how what. See, guys. Maybe you have not seen. Maybe you have seen it, but you can see get instant screenshot. This here you can see whether what is happening, whether it is rebooting or not. Okay. Until unless you get control or delete, that means server is not up. Okay. See, now it is computer is applying settings. So now, after this, guys, what we can do is I will explain you how to install the remote connectivity and how to create a user in the Active Directory and how to launch the instances using the user ID and password. Then we can use other stuff. Okay. So as of now, you got it right. So without DNS entry, you can't join the domain. DNS entry, you can get it from the there where I've selected that. So if you go to directory service, you get the domain name and see now Yuvraj and Venkateshalu. So now my server is up. So you can see here, and I can do one thing. I can go here. Now I will connect as okay. Um, So I will connect as without my, let's see, remote desktop. Okay, guys, as Riaz told us, when it reboots, the public IP will not change. So you can see the public ID remains same. Okay, so see now I'm going to use another account. Okay, so AWS Guru slash admin administrator password I know. Okay, so AWS group slash. This may not work. Why? Because we need to enable the. Oh, guys, can you see here? Hello, Yuvraj.
Yes, Nanda,
I am
I'm
not. I
seeing.
am not used the key pair. I have not used the
Which
anything. I've
which password
used.
are you saying?
I've used my domain admin password. I have created domain admin, right? Where we joined the domain. So I've used there by selecting that account. Okay. See, for example, wait, I will show you that. Uh, Let it download. Now, what we can do is to the EFX. Guys, one step I missed it. I need to get the what you say administration backups updates. Thanks. No, I'm just waiting for one of the. I need file storage. Guys, one sec, if you don't mind. Guys, I'm back. Actually, Yuvraj,
Yes, no.
actually, what is wrong is I'm not getting attached here. Okay, once I get attached only, I can see, I can go to the file system, I can get the file sharing. Okay, but I'm not getting attached here. See, the attach is disabled.
But status still creating, so status.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, see, basically, it should
In,
show. It should
in case
show.
active means only means all option only enable, no.
Yeah,
It's
that's
still
what.
creating.
Still creating maybe. See, once it creates, right? When I go here, it will give as my share path. Okay. Once once I take the network interface, then it will work fine. I need the share path. Share path I need. You got it right. So I
Yeah, I
need
got it. You are share path using that DNS name, or which one you are taking?
I need to have a share path. Once I need to attach. See, I need to get a drive letter. You got my point, right? I need to get a drive letter. Once I attach the file system only, I need to get a drive letter. See, I need to attach to the Windows server, right? See, I have created a file system, but it is creating. If once it creates, definitely we can attach that. Once we attach, we will get a drive letter. For example, /fs followed by the path, and you have to map that. Once you map that, you can do it. Okay. So let's see. Still, it is creating. I don't know how. Mm-mm. Okay, let's copy this. Let's see. Because I need to enter here the file server. Okay, so without that the drive letter will not work. I need to get a file system directory. I don't know, but maybe since it is 300 GB is the thing, that's why it is not. Status is still creating, right?
It's still creating. Once it
But
active
it
means only data. Then after some options enable, no.
But you see this attach. Once you click on attach, right? Then you need to get the drive letter. Once you get the drive letter, you need to go to the your server and you need to what you need to map that. Can we create once again this one EFX? Sorry, FSX.
Yeah, sure.
So we can create as 300 GB. Let it be because it's taking time. It will not take that much time. Uh, no problem because.
Or you 100 GB or
No, 100 not, it will not work, 300 only.
but minimum 32 GB, no.
But they have mentioned that, but it is 300 GB only because I've gone through, right? So Now let's see. See file system name my FXF drive. Uh, I need to get a drive letter. Maybe it is not free for this. Let's see. So meantime, I will show you one thing. Mm, Server manager, add roles and okay, add roles and features. Okay, collect pass. Okay, boss, take your time. Yuvraj and Venkateshlo, in the company, how they create, okay, how they create a rule, how to make your server user and groups. So if the previous one, which this is you have to control. So I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use AWS remote management, remote server management. I'm going to use role based, and I'm going to use, and wherever Active Directory, you select it. Active Directory services, Active Directory, remote accessible management, add feature, and click on next. Click on restart the destination if required. Install it. So this I'm making as a domain controller. In this, I can create a users. I can give the permission to the EC2 instances, and user can log in to the EC2 instances from here itself. And they can use Guru Cloud slash name of the person. Then it is, so this is what the future of domain controller. Let's see, once this is created, we can check it out. But I need to get attach here. Attach option, if it comes only, I can. I think Yuvraj and Venkateshlu, I think this as status should come active, right? I think without coming that, I think we can't do. So let's see. Maybe have this is also, maybe it takes time to create. However, I'm showing here one more option, right? So this is also a very big topic. So here you can create a users. You can create so from using that user, we can log into the server, and let's see. That I will show you. Let's the installation process is going on. So I'm installing all the remote management tools where you can manage users and computers from here instead of on premises. So as Yuvraj said, that is correct, man. because this will take time to create because the status is still creating, right? So basically, see how it will come to know until unless you get attached here. So there you can you have to get attached here. Without attached, you can't get the drive letter. See, basically, why we have to attach? Because you need to attach when you in the EFS, you'll mount it right in the EC2 instances. Same thing, you have to mount it. Mounting is nothing but you have to attach and you have to get a drive letter. Once you copy the drive letter, go to the server, map the drive letter. So that is what the topic, but I don't know, it's not coming. Maybe it takes time to come. However, let's see. But everywhere I saw it's 300 GB only. People select, people does that. However, let's see. Meantime, installation process is successful. Okay, and guys, if you go here, you can see all Active Directory. If you go to control panel, go to large icons, go to administrative tools, users and computers. Okay, see, this is what my domain, Yuvraj. When you go to your company, okay, they will create. This is what. Okay, so I will create as new user by name Yuvraj. Yuvraj, your last name is Kumar, huh? Yuvraj Singh.
No, only Yuvraj.
Yuvraj,
You always Guru. No, you put your name. You are in group. You are the Guru.
UVA. See now, when you're logging the Yuvraj, when you're logging, the domain name is AWS Guru slash your name is Yuvraj. Okay, so I will give you this master at 123. Click on next, click on next, yes, and I'll create a user called Venkatesh, Venki or Venki is fine, right? So Venki, so Venki. So meantime, let it create Yuvraj. I'm just showing you how to create users, and using this, you can connect to the remote server.
Yeah, now we're creating an Active Directory user creation. Correct?
Yes, 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 yes. So done, done, done. So see, you can connect
This is
to
our AWS, our role or any other third party role?
our role only.
This is Active Directory creating each and every
Yeah,
process.
yes,
Running
yes.
our role.
It's our role only. It's administrator, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what I'll do is I will go to this instance. Okay. So, Sonic instance. So, any of two people can connect this. Okay. So I will connect with one more user called Yuvaraj. Use the another account. Okay. AWS Guru slash Yuvaraj followed by the password. Okay, boss. Okay. Okay, you do not have. I can create the user, but I'm not able to. One sec, guys.
I think that server not in domain. The user one user Windows is creating. Hello, Guru.
No, man, it is in the domain, right? See,
Yeah, which server you are connecting? I think.
same server I'm connecting.
Okay, okay.
I'm just sharing the this thing. No problem. We can do that also. I just missed one step. Give me 1 minute, Yuvraj, and let it create that EFX. Let it, sorry, FSX. So let it create so that we can just add it. Give me 1 minute. You saw that, right? Yuvraj?
Yes, no. I think you
Just,
go to the Windows properties and add to that server. You are the you give the username and add it again. No?
yeah, that's what I'm just planning to connect it. I've, yes! See, I've not used any key pair, I've not used any of this thing. I've created a user, I've enabled the remote access. See, one server, two users can connect. Okay, so I've connected two machine, right? See here.
Yes, correct.
So
Very good job, Mr. Guru.
no, that is some steps I missed it. So see, basically two users can connect to the single server, right? So you can see here. Um, See, this is your machine, but you will not have
And
any. You will not have any this thing. You will not have control. Normal user, you are okay. Basically, you're not a system administrator. You will have normal connectivity. For example, if you go to administrative tools, um, see, you will not find any new
and
user creation. You will not find. For example, I want to delete this. Okay, you do not
one
have
minute.
permission.
In this 1 minute, in this particular user, how to give particular access only for this PC. But I like the Yuvraj user only for using the some of things, not for installation, not for showing that control panel or control panel only.
Yeah, that's what
Some of
I've
the users,
given. See, now this user will not do anything. He can't do create a users. He can't do anything. Only normal system access I've given. Okay. For example, see, normal user. You have normal users. So see, I can't go and create user here. I can't delete user. See, I can view the user. I can't delete it. Okay. If I delete, you don't have permission because you are not an admin. So you are logged in as a normal user. Okay, got it. You are a normal user. How you're connecting? You're a normal user. Whereas if I go to my domain server, uh, which I am the domain controller, if I go and I can delete this user. See, gone because I am a domain admin. So
how to
you
give the
don't
normal access.
normal access when you created a user that is normal access.
This is only
See,
normal. That any I give that for Venki give the admit permission. How to give that
see,
one?
basically, okay. See, basically, when you go to, okay, let it, I will create a shortcut for that. Let it, go to control panel. See, SFX is our topic. However, it is creating, still it is taking time, right? So we can use this time as pin to taskbar. Okay. So let it be. Now, I will go to my Active Directory users and computers. See, basically, okay, let's create a user called Venki. I'll create as master at 123, master at 123. Now, as you said, he wants to have administrative access all his member groups. Okay, like I will add as an admin. Okay, so let's see, delete. I don't have permission to delete. this we can have okay. Okay, this I will just teach you. Meantime, we can see EFX physics. But why it is taking long time, I don't know. Because see, basically, I need to attach this. There is no other option. Okay, there is no other option. I need to get that, but it will not take this much time. That's what I'm wondering. How I don't know, like how it will take long time. Yuvraj,
Yes.
I don't know how this much a long time it takes because it should not take this much time. See, when
Maybe
you
take 13 minutes.
the timings is not that much here because see basically when we give the what do you say 300 GB and storage capacity everything it shows and we have selected by default VPC and we have selected the availability zone and nothing else settings is there. However, it should not take this much time. See, basically, until unless we get attached right here. Oh,
Oh, now it's activated.
oh, it's activated.
Yeah,
Sara,
I
like,
think minimum 20 to 30 minutes will take creating. Creating.
yeah,
It's correct,
man.
no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know simultaneously I is finding that Google, I search the Google, it will take
Ah,
13 minutes.
okay. That I have not checked it. I'm sorry for that. Okay. So
Not issue.
now I see basically. Hope you guys got following. I will attach this. Okay. So see for example, to attach, I will go using Amazon EC2 workspace. So this is what Linux, Amazon V2 workstation, blah blah blah. How to configure in the EC2 instance? How to configure here? I will simply copy this drive letter. Let's go here. Any of the servers. This I'm going to teach how to delegate the access. First, we need to delegate, then only it will work. However, we can map the network drive. Boom. New. I will create new folder. Guru. This is my FSX. Okay. Guru and Yuvaraj Now next is Venkateshalu Venki. Okay. So guys, now what we can do is Yuvraj.
Yes, no.
See now in the two instances, if I go here, we can launch one more server.
Just wait. Once again, repeat how to attach that FSX in our Windows server.
Yeah. One sec. Attach it. I'll copy
Yeah.
this drive letter. Only you need to copy this drive letter. That's why we are struggling to get this drive letter. Okay, just get the drive letter, copy this,
Okay.
and just keep it ready. And okay, just what you can do is go to Notepad. Sorry, that spelling is wrong. Notepad. Keep this drive letter. Okay. Meantime, I will launch another EC2 instance. Okay, I will show you. I kept 3 folders, right? I kept 3 folders as of now. Guru, Yuvraj, and Venki. Okay, that should be visible in other instance. Okay, so let's see this. User 1. So here I'll use as an administrator, and let's use the common password. However, you can use your own password. You can create the user, and you can do that also, Yuvraj. So that we can do that also now. Okay, so let's copy this. Administrators, DOM. So I need to see the 3 folders now. Okay, but let's see. One more instance, we can raise it here. Copy controller. This time, let's use uh, AWS Guru. You know why? Because we have not
added.
Yeah, because we have not configured our domain. We have not attached the domain. Okay. So what we can do is how to join. Okay, that we can do that also. So that also I will show you. Okay. Now we are getting error, right? So this is one server. I will disconnect here. I will show you here itself. Right, go here, right click, map network drive, go to your notepad, copy that shared file, go back to your server and paste it. See? Okay, now what I'll do is I will connect to this server, get Windows password, then I will join the domain. Then let's see how to use without PIM file. Okay, so create password, connected. Shit. Okay, here we have not checked, right? So go here, copy the drive letter. Okay. So, Yuvraj.
Yes, no, I got it.
So network, go to network. I'm not getting that option. Map network drive.
Okay.
Paste it.
Drive change anyone? Drive like jet drive is there. Drive let us change possible to change.
See, can you tell me why it is not connecting? You know that drive letter you can choose anything here.
Okay, fine.
See, anybody can say why it is not connecting? Any one of you?
1 minute, 1 minute.
Venkatesh, hello. Yuvraj,
Yes,
you know why it is not working? Because it is not
this
in
is
dom.
not domain.
Yes.
Domain, not in domain.
How to join the domain then?
Go to the change prop Windows, sorry, my computer properties and change that work group to domain.
Super, super, super.
Change setting.
Very nice. Very good. So here, but whether we need to add we need to add the DNS. Definitely, you
Uh,
need
I I
definite.
think because the FSX creating using the domain also domain no, so that easy to install the domain will be creating no, that only FSX will be attached. It's
Yes,
correct.
yes. So we need to attach our DNS. Which one is DNS? You can attach this, and meantime you can attach that not another one also. Okay. So I will go here. ncpl.cpl. No ncpd. No. What is the command used? You know?
NACPL or NPCPL?
Uh,
NACPL I think.
sorry, CPA. Sorry, forgot on that command. CPA.cpl. Okay. Oh my goodness. Sorry.
No, else
My
came.
no, my keyboard. Whenever before I'm typing, no, that is going off because I don't have mouse to configure. However, like no problem. So, so you got this concept right? See, chalega. See this Yuvraj and this one they will not do. The users will not do. You have to set up and give it to the user because you are not going to give admin domain admin password. Got it right, Yuvraj?
Yeah, I got it.
In real time, we are not going to give the password to the end user. Admin password, then if we give admin password, domain password gone. Anybody can do anything. So we have not given the domain password. So we are set up. So let's see whether it is rebooting. Yes, this is already done, right? This is like another server. I'm talking about this one, right? So yes. Any doubt, Yuvraj?
Perfect already now.
So what I'm going to do is first what we have done is because I've showed you extra thing which was not required, but for a knowledge I've created it. So first thing is you have to create a domain under directory services. Once the domain is ready, go to the instance, change the work group to just join to the domain, then go to FSX, create FSX, then join that particular EC2 instances to domain, restart the server, again go to the map drive, and you get the FSX shared drive attached. Once you click on attach, you will get a drive letter. Take the drive letter, go back to the instances, map the drive. So I need to see once I connected to that server. Let's see deleting that from that, and we can delete that. Okay, we can delete and see how it is working. Okay, let's see. Connect. I will just start this. And meantime, you can once you create the user, attach that user, and you can use your own without PEM file. Okay, you can use your admin password. You can use your domain password. That also we saw. And later we can keep that one class, how to create user, how to use that user, how to attach to the EC2 instance, how to give read permission, how to give write permission, that we can see in the next lab. Okay, so that will be easy for us to do the practical. So here, so I've joined to the domain by using my domain, and I will go and map that letter now, and that should work fine. See here. Yuvraj,
Yes, no.
got it. See here.
Yeah,
Boom. Simple. See, I can delete this. Okay. When I go to the my server, I should not see that. See, gone. I'll go to the different server. I'll go to the domain server. See, we can. You want to see in Unix? Unix also?
I have one doubt.
Hmm.
Linux server, you will put any file, it will automatically paste in our EFS file driver. In this Windows FXF, we will access the folder, then only paste that whatever data you need.
Yeah, because your
It will not move to automatically to SFX drivers.
No, you have to map it in what do you say? In EC2 also, you have to mount it, right? Without mount, how you will get the EFS? You have to mount it, right?
Yeah. If in case map means additional that FXS drive is showing now or not?
It will not show. It will show as a network drive, right?
Go to my computer. Go to my
that will show.
Yeah.
Because you are mapping already, right?
Yeah, this one I am asking. Yeah, sharing drivers.
Yeah, sharing drivers. Okay.
Network sharing drivers.
Correct. See,
I think in real time that
see, in real time, what we do is
on environment, it will same thing. One PC sharing to another PC to visit.
See, for example, it's not like that. For example, you are from DBA team, okay? Venkatesh is from SQL team, okay? So every user will be tagged by default this one. So what we do is we create users and we give as this SharePoint create this as a member group. We will attach to that member group. Then you can see the folder by default, okay? Here. Then, for example, you are a DB admin, you are going to create here folders, and Venki is he will do, but based on the for example, I created this folder. You are a owner for this folder. You can set it as a whoever file permission. No, I created my folder, but nobody should delete. That you can do it here. You got it
and
right.
One thing,
for example, in an organization, I created a folder, but everyone has to use that folder. You can give the permission to everyone, but for that you need to have an admin password. Everyone, okay. So I'm creating everyone. You can select everyone. What control you want, select that. Okay. So he has to read the file. By default, everyone will have the read folder. But write folder, deleting folder, they will not have. You need to give the access. The admin, the owner of that particular group, he can, or nothing. Like create a group, it will be visible to the another EC2 instances. The only thing is you need to map it. Without mapping, how it will not come, right? Got it right? Yuvraj? Hello?
I got it.
I don't know.
And one more thing I got doubt. That FXS that sharing for a SAT path is there, no? So if I'm not mapping the DNS or any other, then go to the run command and paste that FX SAT path. Here you the admin username password, then will be accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you need to join the domain. Without domain, how it will be?
No, your permanent is visible in our server means I think you join the domain. If I
Correct.
don't need the join domain, but I need access like slash go to run command slash the effects of pass slash you can enter no. You can
Yeah.
ask in the username password, then you will access. You read or write that you give the everyone permission no. So any one
Correct.
person will access. You read or write anything else.
See,
If you
it
need
is.
permanently, you will show that our EC2 instance means you are that domain and then map it to that FX drive.
Correct. See, it is not.
Yeah.
It is not mandatory that you have to map the drive. It is for your future instances. For example, you don't need to have a map every time. Okay, once you map, you can just go and paste the folder or whatever the folder you can move it. Okay. So now let's.
Yeah, I understand. Now I understand what this concept. In our real time, if that particular PC network share, the volume shared or some folder shared in network path
Yes.
networkly, and
Correct.
some another PC accessing the run command and give the IP address so or sharing folder name, it will open and access the read or write, put the file, paste or copy and paste the files, everything will do. If you need permanently the share folder want to means you can that join the domain directory.
Correct.
Oh, fine.
So I'm deleting now. So go to delete, and I don't want to take a backup, and I acknowledge it. So same thing how you guys do delete, right? You got it right, concept.
Yeah, I got it fully. I
See,
got
one
it.
thing
What the
which
concept?
one thing I didn't realize that the FSX will takes time to create. So otherwise we could have avoid by deleting that one, right? The one which we deleted, the old one, we could have avoid by deleting that. Got it right? So we didn't know that time, it will take time, right?
Yes, correct. Because that efforts are creating more time of it. It will take that 13 minutes.
Yes, yes. So,
Guru sir,
ah,
you should upload this video, sir. 1 second, I'll.
but you got it right.
But I got it. What should I do? I do. But I need to revision this class.
Okay.
Mr. Venki, no issue. Again, the same thing clearly to the lab, to the lab next time.
Yeah.
We is correct, Guru sir?
Yes. So how to
Because
create?
this
How to delete the directory? You are trying to delete the directory still as authorized application attached to it and cannot delete until that steps taken. Okay. See, this is one thing, guys. Before, without deleting the FSX, you can't delete the domain. So it should delete first, then you should delete the domain. Got it right? You need to delete first FSX. Okay. Once it
okay.
deleted, then you need to remove the domain.
Oh,
So, see, as a summary, I'm going to tell you one thing. It is very simple. Why I have told about joining domain and without. So, just for an knowledge. So, what we have done is first is created a directory services as a domain. Then I have created the FSX. Then we went to the server. We changed that particular instance to the domain. We changed to the domain, then we tagged we got the EFX, what do you say, uh, drive letter. We mapped with the drive letter. Correct. So this is what the concept of FSX. Got it right, guys?
Yes, I got it.
And finally, when you're deleting the whatever you created, first thing is you have to delete the EFX, sorry, FSX. Once you delete, then you can delete your domain. But this I can keep for 1 month. However, let's see, free trial. Okay, let's keep or delete, that's your wish. um, So I hope this session was useful for you guys. This is the first try of this particular lab, which because we use EFS, right? See, on premises is very easy because you have all the settings and you need to create. But here you need to create a domain and you need to set up. It is like a complete setup of your domain and your complete setup of FSX. Got it right, guys?
Yes, now I got it.
So I'm stop sharing the, I'm stop recording this, then we can stop.